Hi everyone, it's Amanda. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It must be like 2:30 or something like that, and I can't sleep. And I believe that I need to be up to share this message before I sleep. And so I'm going to talk just very quickly about trusting God and how God used my kids to teach me a lesson about trusting Him. So a few days ago, I was in the shopping mall, and my husband called me and he said, "Amanda, can you buy me a football? I want to take the boys out on Saturday morning, and we're just going to spend the whole morning playing football. We'll take a picnic. I'll just spend some time with my boys. I haven't done that in a long time." So I said to him, "Oh, well, that's great." I was excited about it. And he says, "Please, don't tell them. I want it to be a surprise." So I'm thinking to myself, well, that's going to be hard because my oldest son was standing right next to me. He's only 11. His name is Joshua, and he's standing right next to me. So I thought, you know what? I'll be clever about this. I'll still get the ball anyway because we're in the shopping mall. And then I'll just make up a story just so that, of course, it's still a surprise for him. So we're walking about. I pick up the footballs. I picked up two because they had a good offer, two for the price of one or something like that. And then my son saw it and he started getting excited. Got to the till, paid for it, heading home. And he's like, "Oh, Mum, can I hold the ball? Can I play with it? Can I do this? Can I do that?" And I said to him, "Joshua, this is not for you. These balls are going to Nigeria for underprivileged kids. My in-law is going in a few weeks and he's going to be taking it." Oh my word, this child was so upset. He was like, Mom, why can't I have the ball? Why can't I do this? I want to play with this football, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, "Joshua, just wait. We're going to do something fun over the weekend. Don't worry too much about this football." And this child just wasn't having it. He was so upset about it. This carried on until I picked up my second son from his tutor. And the first thing his brother said to him was, "Can you imagine what a mother has done?" I'm the one who's he's talking about like that. "Can you imagine what a mother has done? She's bought these balls and she's sending them to Nigeria and she hasn't bought any for us and this, that, and the other." And I'm thinking to myself, it's yours though. But this is a surprise. This is for you. Just be patient. So again, I said to them, just wait. We're going to do something fun as a family over the weekend. Don't worry too much about these footballs." But they had their minds so set on that thing and they had a really bad attitude about it. It got to the point that I started getting irritated about it because I almost wanted to say to them, "Just take these balls and forget about Saturday, because now the surprise is going to be spoiled. All the plans I had for you, it's not going to happen. All the things that your dad wants to do, it's not going to happen. Just take the balls and be done with it." But just as I was getting to that point, that was when God spoke to me. And he said to me, "Amanda, are you not just like these boys?" Because you see, what's happening is I'm in a season in my life where there's so many things that I'm trusting God for. There's so many things that I'm praying about. And because I can't see the plans that God has got, and because I'm impatient, I'm going to him and I'm questioning him and I'm asking him and I'm saying things like, "God, are you not answering my prayers? God, can't you hear me? God, I've done this and I've done that and I want it. Don't you love me?" And I'm asking God all those questions, and I could just see it was like he held up a mirror to me and I could see my attitude towards him in my boys. And God was saying to me, "Look, Amanda, I've got such a great plan for you. Why don't you just trust me?" And he's shown me through my kids his father heart. Because my heart for my children, honestly, was for them to wake up Saturday morning, to find themselves having the best day ever. And many times that's God's plan for us. But we want things done in our own way, in our own time, the way that we think it should be done. And all the while, God is looking at us saying, "Child, I've got better plans for you." So what would have happened if 2 days ago I just gave them the football and they had a kickabout? Well, that would have been it. But if they wait until later on this morning, they're going to get taken to the park. They're going to be with their dad. We're going to have a wonderful picnic. It's going to be a wonderful time. And that's just the first part of the day. And so God showed me the importance of just trusting in our Heavenly Father, the importance of trusting God. And that was a lesson for me because I'm going through a season. But the fact that I'm still up at this time and I can't sleep and this lesson is still playing in my mind, it makes me believe that the message is going to be relevant for somebody else. And I don't know what you're going through, but you just need to learn how to trust God. Like I've had to learn. God's got such an amazing plan for you. And just because you can't see it, just because you feel like your prayers aren't being answered, just because you want things to happen now, doesn't mean that God is not working. Because sometimes we're going to have to wait a day or two or a month or a year. But when it finally does happen, we're going to have reason to give thanks to God. You know what's going to happen? In a few hours from now, the boys are going to wake up. We're going to go out. They're going to get given these footballs anyway. And then they're going to be like, oh, Mom, thank you, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm this, Mom. I'm that, Mom. And isn't that how we are with God? When our prayers finally get answered, because they always do, at that point, we want to come to God with a repentant heart. When all the while God is looking at us and thinking, you should have just trusted me from the beginning. So if this message is for you, like it was for me a few days ago, and it's still something that's going to be relevant in my life, because I'm going to keep this and hold this strongly and think to myself, do you know what, Amanda? Trust God. He's your Heavenly Father. I'm not going to go to Him in prayer asking for bread and then He's going to give me stones. It's in the Word. No father would do that. I've got such an amazing heart and such an amazing plan for my kids. And that's not even a tenth of the father heart of God. So it's just a message to encourage somebody today that we just need to learn to trust God and to just take things to Him in prayer and hear from Him and believe that He's got a great plan. Because sometimes it's the hardest part. Because we don't understand it, we don't believe that our Father has got a good plan and a great plan for us. But He really, really does. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Trust God. Bye.